On to the headlines. Senate probes substandard cooking oil scandal as missing consignments raise health concerns. Adani denies claim that it will run JKIA for 30 years. Peru declares state of emergency in regions scorched by forest fires. East African countries to host CHAN finals next year.
Hello and welcome to Traceability TV News, your source for the latest updates on global traceability and safety concerns. I'm your host, Miriam Munyoki. Alarming reports have surfaced revealing that substandard cooking oil may have been circulating in the Kenyan market. A detailed investigation by the Kenya Bureau of Standards has uncovered that several consignments of imported edible oil from Malaysia brought into the country between May and November 2023 failed to meet critical local quality standards. Shockingly, out of the 44 consignments tested, 5.88 million liters of oil already cleared for the market did not meet the necessary quality requirements, including critical failures in vitamin A content. Even more concerning is a revelation that some consignments are missing from storage and are feared to have been replaced into the market without proper clearance. The Senate Trade Committee has raised serious questions about the monitoring and handling of these imports. With widespread public concern, authorities are scrambling for solutions to prevent future occurrences. One possible answer could lie in a more advanced product monitoring systems. For more insights on this story and potential solutions, we go to our reporter in the field.
This unfolding situation concerning substandard cooking oil has raised significant concerns about how imported products are monitored, inspected, and managed in Kenya. As these oil shipments enter the market under questionable conditions, it's become clear that the country needs more robust systems to prevent such lapses from happening in the future. One solution that has been suggested in similar crises is the introduction of traceability systems to monitor the movement of products from their point of origin to their final destination. These systems could provide a clearer line of accountability, helping authorities trace the path of each product through the supply chain, from importation to distribution and sale. For instance, adopting traceability frameworks such as those used by GS1 could ensure that each consignment of cooking oil is monitored at every stage, making it easier to pinpoint the source of substandard products and swiftly recall them from the market if necessary. This would not only enhance consumer safety but also build trust in the quality of goods available in the country. While Kenya has measures in place for inspecting imported goods, this incident shows that gaps still exist. Enhanced traceability could serve as an extra layer of protection to prevent such crises and improve the management of product recalls in the event of quality issues.
As the world increasingly moves towards digital integration, East Africa is making concerted efforts to address the stark digital inequality across the region. With Kenya spearheading these efforts, 2 new initiatives have been announced, focusing on expanding access to technology and modernizing digital infrastructure. These initiatives not only aim to connect rural and underserved areas, but also to create a more equitable digital future for the region. Our reporter brings us more on this transformative project.
East Africa is at the forefront of a major digital transformation, with Kenya taking significant steps to bridge the digital divide. The country recently unveiled a $2.4 billion project under the ICT Authority Strategy Plan 2024 to 2027. This plan will focus on expanding the digital literacy, developing nationwide broadband infrastructure, and enhancing the country's e-government services. Among the key goals is the construction of 100,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable, the establishment of 25,000 public Wi-Fi hotspots, and the development of 1,450 digital village smart hubs. The ambitious plan seeks to ensure that even the most remote regions of Kenya have access to digital resources, creating a more connected and inclusive society. This project also aims to harmonize digital policies across East Africa, making cross-border trade and communication smoother. It will also include a regional cybersecurity framework to protect the digital growing infrastructure and foster greater regional cooperation. These initiatives mark a significant step towards reducing digital inequality in East Africa, with the promise of unlocking new opportunities for millions of citizens across the region. Janet Zalani, Traceability TV.
Kenya is taking bold steps to elevate its coffee industry on the global stage. In a new partnership between the Kenya Export Promotion and Branding Agency and the Agriculture and Food Authority's Coffee Directorate, the country is aiming to develop a unified Kenyan coffee brand to boost exports. The goal is not only to increase visibility in existing markets, but also explore new frontiers, positioning Kenya's coffee as a premium product in the global arena. Our reporter has more on this exciting initiative that could reshape Kenya's coffee industry and contribute to the nation's economic growth.
The Kenyan government, through a collaboration between KEPROBA and the AFA Coffee Directorate, is working to establish a recognizable, unified brand for Kenyan coffee as part of its strategy to enhance coffee exports. This partnership aims to expand Kenya's presence in emerging markets while also strengthening its foothold in established markets such as Europe and North America. One of the key objectives is to shift Kenya's coffee sector away from the heavy reliance on traditional markets, which has limited revenue growth in recent years. Historically, 97% of Kenya's coffee exports have consisted of raw green beans, a trend that both agencies are keen to change by promoting value addition and direct sales to international buyers. Recent reforms such as direct settlement system through the Nairobi Coffee Exchange have already begun to improve the industry, leading to a significant rise in production. Coffee output increased from 34,511 metric tons in 2020-2021 to 51,853 metric tons in 2021-2022, with new markets in Korea and Japan contributing to the surge. KEPROBA CEO Floyd Mukabana described Kenyan coffee as a symbol of the country's heritage and exceptional quality, adding to the development of a single, recognizable coffee brand will help local producers thrive in the global market. The agencies are focusing on increasing domestic consumption by encouraging Kenyans to embrace coffee as part of their daily routine. The partnership will involve joint marketing initiatives, trade fairs, and market research aimed at creating new opportunities for Kenyan coffee producers and exporters. Through these efforts, Kenya hopes to find a sustainable coffee industry that benefits both local producers and national economy. Ronald Reagan, Traceability TV.
Tragedy has struck in Samburu County, where a 38-year-old man was killed by an elephant while walking home in Gutuk Engiron sublocation. This incident, though heartbreaking, highlights the ongoing human-wildlife conflict in Kenya, where the increasing overlap of human settlements and wildlife habitats have led to more frequent encounters, often with fatal consequences. Kenya Wildlife Service has been working to mitigate this incident, but the challenge persists, especially in regions like Samburu. Let's go to our reporter on the ground with more details on this tragic event and the ongoing efforts to address human-wildlife conflicts in the region.
Jamal Leroshan, a 38-year-old resident of Samburu County, was tragically killed by an elephant while walking home late in the evening near the Sasab airstrip in Gutuk Engiron sublocation. Leroshan's body was found early the next morning, and officials from the Kenya Wildlife Service confirmed that he had been trampled to death. The elephant that attacked him escaped into a nearby park shortly after the incident. Such human-wildlife conflicts are becoming increasingly common in Samburu, where elephants from nearby conservancies and parks often roam into villages. KWS has been working to fence off affected areas, but progress has been hindered by a lack of funding. This has left communities like Leroshan's vulnerable to attacks by wild animals. Locals fear that in retaliation, some residents may attempt to hunt down and kill the elephant responsible. KWS has mounted campaigns to promote peaceful coexistence between humans and wildlife, but tensions remain high as many people have lost livestock and, in some cases, loved ones. The government has a compensation program for victims of such attacks, but the process is slow and not always comprehensive. Wildlife experts have pointed to habitat loss and climate change as contributing factors to the increasing frequency of these incidents, as animals are pushed out of their natural environments in search of food and water. Jade Smith, Traceability TV.
A significant disruption is sweeping across Kenya's public universities as the nationwide strike organized by the university's academic staff union officially begins. Lecturers from several institutions, including the Technical University of Kenya, Karatina University, JKUAT, and others, have downed their tools, leaving students in the midst of examinations stranded as invigilating staff join the protest. This comes just days after students had ended their own demonstrations over the new higher education funding model. The strike, led by UASU Secretary General Constantine Wasonga, is pushing for urgent reforms, including improved working conditions and salary increments. Our reporter has more on this escalating situation, including the reasons behind the strike and its impact on the education sector.
Lecturers across 35 public universities in Kenya are now on strike, demanding that the government address several critical issues that they say have been long neglected. Key among the grievances are the failure to conclude to a collective bargaining agreement, discriminatory medical cover, poor working conditions, and stagnated staff promotions. On September 11th, UASU issued a strike notice. 2 days later, union leaders attended a meeting with the Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba, hoping to resolve the deadlock. However, the negotiations fell apart, yielding no concrete solutions. KUSU Secretary General Charles Mkwaya, while addressing the media, expressed frustrations over the government's inability to tackle the lecturers' demands, especially with rising inflation and erosion of purchasing power. Meanwhile, at Karatina University, striking lecturers stormed several faculties, urging their colleagues to join the protest. Some students who were in the middle of exams were forced to halt their activities as lecturers walked out. With no clear end in sight, the strike is expected to paralyze learning across the country's public universities. Union leaders have reaffirmed their position, making it clear they will not return to work until their demands are met. Evans Lucy, Traceability TV.
We are now taking a commercial break. Stay tuned for more news updates after the break. Welcome to Traceability TV, your ultimate destination for all things traceability. We're the global platform that brings you the latest in traceability news, interviews, and live event coverage. From in-depth news updates to exclusive interviews, Traceability TV keeps you informed on the practices that are transforming industries worldwide. Our mission is simple: empowering organizations to achieve transparency, accountability, and sustainability throughout their supply chains. Our vision: a world where every product's journey is visible, ethical, and sustainable. At Traceability TV, we offer unparalleled opportunities for brand visibility. Feature your company, highlight your traceability solutions, and showcase your commitment to GS1 standards. Leverage our expertise to create high-quality advertisement videos that resonate with your audience, or sponsor a segment to position your brand as a leader in the traceability space. You can support us by partnering on special projects. Your contributions help us deliver more in-depth analyses and expand our global coverage. Traceability TV is more than just a channel, it's a movement. Join us in building a future where every product's journey is visible and trusted. Traceability TV. We trace it, you trust it. A new study has revealed how temperature fluctuations during cold chain logistics are significantly impacting the quality of seafood, particularly the large yellow croaker. This valuable species is widely found in mariculture and highly susceptible to spoilage, posing a major challenge for producers and consumers alike. The study, conducted by researchers at the Zhejiang Gongshan University, underscores the importance of maintaining consistent temperature controls during transport to preserve the nutritional and sensory quality of seafood. Our reporter has the details.
Researchers from Zhejiang Gongshan University have conducted a comprehensive study on the impact of temperature fluctuations on the quality of large yellow croaker, a fish species known for its high nutritional value but also its perishability. The research published in Food Science of Animal Products simulated real-world cold chain conditions with temperature variations between 4 degrees and 16 degrees Celsius, revealing that even minor fluctuations can accelerate spoilage. The study found that as temperatures fluctuated, microbial growth, measured by total viable counts, increased significantly, along with chemical indicators like total volatile basic nitrogen and thiobarbituric acid reactive substances. These markers are clear signs of seafood spoilage, making it critical for producers to maintain stringent temperature controls throughout the supply chain. Lead researcher Dr. Yanbo Wang noted that the identification of specific volatile compounds such as 2-pentanone and ethylyl acetate could serve as valuable tools for monitoring seafood quality. This study provides a scientific foundation for improving cold chain logistics, helping to ensure that consumers receive seafood in its freshest state while reducing food waste. Jade Smith, Traceability TV.
Peruvian President Dina Boluarte has declared a state of emergency in 3 regions devastated by rampant forest fires. The fires, which have ravaged large areas of the Andean and Amazonian regions, have resulted in significant loss of life and property. President Boluarte's declaration aims to mobilize resources and support for firefighting efforts as the country battles this environmental crisis. Our reporter has more on the state of emergency and the broader implications for Peru's forested areas.
In response to devastating forest fires that have claimed 16 lives and destroyed vast areas of land, President Dina Boluarte has declared a state of emergency in the Amazonas, San Martin, and Ucayali regions. The fires, which are exacerbated by the burning of dry grasslands for agriculture and land trafficking, have led to severe damage to the region's palm and cocoa crops. President Boluarte's declaration comes after local authorities requested additional resources to combat the fires, which have been challenging to control due to the spread into rugged, inaccessible terrains. The government has already managed to control about 80% of the 238 reported fires across the country. Satellite data from Brazil's Space Research Agency indicates a record number of fire hotspots in South America this year, surpassing previous records. The situation underscores the urgent need for effective fire management strategies and environmental protection measures to safeguard Peru's vital forested areas. Jade Smith, Traceability TV.
As global regulatory demands and consumer expectations rise, the food and beverage industry is facing mounting pressure to modernize its supply chain systems. A new report from Trace Gains titled Old Habits, New Challenges, the critical need for modernization in food and beverage supply chains has revealed that outdated practices are hindering suppliers in meeting evolving industry standards. According to this report, which draws on insights from 483 global suppliers, nearly half of food and beverage suppliers are still using antiquated systems to manage their operations. This reliance on manual processes not only delays efficiency, but also exposes businesses to compliance risks, particularly in light of growing sustainability requirements. Let's go to our reporter for more details on the findings from this report.
The food and beverage industry is at a critical juncture, as highlighted by the Trace Gains latest report, which shines a spotlight on the urgent need for digital transformation within supply chains. According to the study, 48% of suppliers are still using outdated methods such as manual spreadsheets to manage their operations, while 71% report that these processes frequently cause disruptions in their workflows. The most common problems include time-consuming tasks, data entry errors, and miscommunication, all of which impede the ability to meet modern environmental, social, and governance standards. One of the key challenges identified in the report is the increasing demand for traceability and sustainability from both consumers and regulators. With significant regulatory changes on the horizon, like the FSMA rule for traceability in the US and the tightening ESG standards in Europe, the pressure to modernize is building. However, a staggering 25% of suppliers admitted they were unfamiliar with the technologies that could help them better manage these standards. Paul Bradley, Senior Director of Product Marketing at Trace Gains, stressed that the outdated systems are no longer just an inconvenience, they pose a genuine risk to businesses. Bradley emphasized that embracing digital tools is essential for suppliers to remain compliant and responsive to shifting market trends. Jared Zalani, Traceability TV.
In the quest to enhance food safety and traceability, a new public-private partnership is stepping up to address crucial gaps in supply chain interoperability. The Partnership for Food Traceability has been established to bridge the gaps left by the Traceability Rule, which did not include provisions for interoperability between supply chains. This initiative, involving the FDA, state officials, and various sectors of the food industry, aims to streamline the implementation of traceability systems for both large and small businesses, accommodating both electronic and non-electronic methods. Our reporter has more details on this significant development and its potential impact on food safety.
The Partnership for Food Traceability has officially launched as a new initiative to address the gaps left by FSMA 204 rule, which aimed to improve food traceability but lacked provisions for interoperability across supply chains. The PFT is a membership-based, sector-neutral organization bringing together stakeholders from the FDA, state officials, food manufacturers, and technology vendors to advance food traceability. Eric Marshall of Leavitt Partners highlighted the partnership's mission to provide a level playing field for all stakeholders, regardless of their size or sector. He stressed the importance of having a clear, coordinated plan to move from basic compliance to optimization and interoperability. The partnership will provide a forum for stakeholders to collaborate on enhancing traceability and will also serve as a platform for discussing regulations and policies. Kevin Edwards from the Global Dialogue on Seafood Traceability emphasized that a common data language and interoperable approach are key to advancing global digital traceability. Ben Miller of the Exxon Group underscored the partnership's goal to build upon existing work without stifling innovation. He believes that standardized approaches will lead to greater efficiency across the supply chain. His collaborative effort marks a significant step toward improving food safety and traceability in the United States and beyond. Jade Smith, Traceability TV.
Welcome to Visibility Sports News. I'm your host, Regan Getao. Exciting news for football fans across East Africa. Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania have been selected to host the African Nations Championships in 2025. This prestigious tournament, which showcases the best players for domestic leagues across the continent, will take place from February 1st to February 28, 2025. CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe has expressed his confidence that the 2025 CHAN will be the most successful in the competition's history, citing significant investments in stadium infrastructure and preparation efforts. Our reporter has more on the significant event and the preparations underway.
The Confederation of African Football (CAF) has officially announced that Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania will host the CHAN finals in 2025. Dr. Patrice Motsepe, the CAF president, praised the three countries for their commitment to delivering an exemption tournament. He highlighted the ongoing approach to key stadiums including Kasarani, Nyayo, and Talanta City, and expressed his satisfaction with the progress made so far. The CHAN tournament will run from 1st February to 28th February 2025, featuring 19 teams, an increase from the usual 16 teams, thanks to the involvement of the 3 host nations. The first round of qualifiers is scheduled for the weekend of October 25th to 27th, 2024. CAF is working closely with local authorities and President William Ruto, who has committed to ensuring that all facilities are ready in time. Mosepe plans to return in December to assess the progress of the stadium and will subsequently visit Uganda and Tanzania. This announcement not only elevates the profile of East Africa football, but also promises to boost regional investment in sports infrastructure. Regina, Traceability TV.
In the world of athletics, the Diamond League series is set to see a significant boost in prize money starting next season. World Athletics has announced that the total prize fund for 2025 will reach $9.2 million, the highest since the series began in 2010. The increase reflects the growing prominence of the Diamond League and aligns with the World Athletics president, Sebastian Coe's bid for the presidency of the International Olympic Committee. The new prize structure aims to further incentivize excellence and ensure gender equality in rewards. Our reporter provides more details on the exciting development for track and field athletics.
World Athletics has announced a significant increase in prize money for the Diamond League Series in 2025. The total prize pool will rise to a record-breaking $9.2 million, the highest amount ever allocated since the series began. This move comes as part of the World Athletics President Sebastian Coe's broader effort to strengthen the league and elevate its global profile. Next season's schedule will include 14 one-day meets, followed by a 2-day final in Zurich this coming August. At each match, prize money per discipline will range between $30,000 and $50,000, while the final will offer between $60,000 and $100,000. In a major highlight, the prize money will be gender equal, reinforcing World Athletic commitment to promoting equality in sports. This boost in rewards is expected to raise the competitive standards of the Diamond League and attract top athletes from across the globe. With the athletics community eagerly anticipating the new season, these enhanced incentives are set to inspire greater participation and performance. Evans Lucy, Traceability TV.
And that wraps up our news bulletin for the day. Stay tuned for an informative documentary on traceability in the construction sector. I've been your host, Marian Munyoki, and this is Traceability TV. Construction is one of the most dynamic and complex industries in the world. From towering skyscrapers to intricate infrastructure projects, every build is a marvel of engineering and coordination. But with great complexity comes significant challenges. Construction projects are often fragmented and involve countless parties, from suppliers and contractors to project managers and regulators. Managing all these elements efficiently can be a daunting task, leading to delays, errors, and increased costs. This is where GS1 standards come into play. GS1 provides a universal system for tracking and managing products and information across the supply chain. These standards act as a global language, helping everyone stay connected and organized. In the construction sector, GS1 standards address several key challenges. They streamline product identification, enhance traceability, and ensure compliance with regulations. GS1 standards like the Global Trade Item Number, provide a unique identifier for every product. This means that every piece of equipment, material, or tool can be precisely tracked from the supplier to the construction site, ensuring quality and compliance. GS1 standards also integrate seamlessly with building information modeling. By standardizing product data, they facilitate better collaboration among teams and improve project management, making every step of the process more efficient. With GS1, construction projects embrace digitalization. Automated systems handle procurement and inventory management with precision, reducing manual errors and accelerating processes. GS1 standards play a crucial role in sustainability and safety. By improving resource management and reducing waste, they contribute to more sustainable building practices and enhance safety on construction sites. Globally, GS1 standards are shaping the future of construction. As technology advances, they will continue to drive innovation, making construction smarter and more efficient. From managing complex supply chains to ensuring sustainable practices, GS1 standards are building a better future for the construction industry.